Hello everyone and welcome to Stampin' Among the Gum Trees. My name is Kat. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Melbourne, Australia. Welcome to my channel. This is December 12, Friday, December 12, and that means it's day 12 of our Use It Up challenge where we are aiming to use a whole packet of 12 by 12 DSP by the end of the month. It will be so good if we can do it, and we're sort of almost, honestly, it's working out well. I was a bit worried earlier in the week. I thought, oh no, we're not going to make it. Uh-oh. But we used a whole sheet of DSP yesterday. We've used one whole sheet in another one sheet wonder. We've used 3/4 of a sheet in our wine bottles. We've used more than 3/4 of a sheet, probably a sheet and a half by the time we cross over the two of them in our wine bottle carrier, plus all the cards we've been making, little treat things and whatever. So it's working out well. We are actually working our way through it. So I can breathe a sigh. I thought, oh no, for this time of year, was I silly to try and do this challenge? But no, it's working out well. Okay, I am going to have to flip you down. Now, we're working on one camera today, not two. Hello, Maureen. Which means bear with me while I tip it down instead of flicking, because the other one's still in the kitchen from the Cheapskates show last night. So honestly, the house looks like a bomb's gone off. Worse than a bomb, 2 bombs, and then a cyclone went through. There's stuff everywhere. I don't think I'll ever get it tidied up again. Anyways, you can see some of it behind me on the floor there. Look at that pile. Oh my goodness. All right, let me flip you down and see how it goes. Okie dokie, I can do it this way. Do I do it like this? And is that going to be, that's going to be around the wrong way. Sorry, folks, if you get a bit giddy, this is going to be nasty, isn't it? Sorry. There we go. Woohoo! I did it. Maureen, he's in a lot of pain. He's in a lot of pain. He doesn't feel sick. He doesn't feel sick or anything. He's very tired and he's in a lot of pain. And I have to say, when my baby says he's in pain, he's not joking. He's in pain. The pain is real. Anyone else would be curled up in the corner, sucking a thumb or, begging for anesthesia or something. That's still a bit wonky, isn't it? It's going to bother you as much as it's bothering me. That's a bit better. And then we can go like, sorry. It really annoys me when it's not square and straight. Oh, that'll do. I can look there. That's better. That'll make me happy. Alrighty. So he's it's a wait and see now. So we'll wait and see. He's got some time off coming up anyway over the Christmas New Year break. I don't know. They're talking pancreatitis, so that's a bit scary because, there's no cure for that. There's not even really a treatment for pancreatitis, so it's just a pain management type thing. Anyway, I decided today we would do an exploding book bind. I really like them. I remember when I made my first book binding card, oh boy, did I feel, I thought I was the bee's knees because I'd done a fancy fold, woohoo, and I'd done this book binding card. And I have to admit, it was very nice. It was using the Sailing Home DSP and the Night of Navy and white. It did look really good. And then I saw an exploding bookbinding card, and that was from Jan B. And I went, oh, that's even better. So that uses up a fair whack of DSP, an exploding bookbinding card, because you've got your card layers, then you've got the explosion happening. So I thought that's what we'd do for this one, and just something a little different for a Friday. So let's get started. Let me find my measurements. I thought we would use the last of this. There's no more of this. Is there? No, there's no more of this. We've managed to use, that's all that's left. So we'll use this up. And what I was thinking, to sort of keep it probably more masculine, although honestly, my Pears masculine, I suppose there could be. I thought we haven't used basic beige at all for anything. So a basic beige card base with the Mossy Meadow mats and that paper, I think looks really nice, I think. So that's what I thought I'd do. That's all that's left. Not much, really, in the grand scheme of things. There's only like bits. Now we've still got a full sheet of pears, which is okay. If I get to weekend, I will die cut those because we can use them. But what's on the back of it? The green leaves. We haven't really done anything with the green leaves, have we? Thinking. I have to put the thinking cap on over the weekend. And then we've still got this one, which is quite pretty on the back. Favourite one. I don't want it. Do you ever do that? Hi, Evelyn. Find a favourite and you just want to keep it. You don't want to cut into it. You just want to be able to stare at it and go, oh, this is so pretty. Okay, so let's get started because it's Friday. Friday's a busy day for everybody. It's the end of the week. We're getting ready for the weekend. I don't know about at your house, but it is blazing hot here. What's it say? 34. 34? Yep, 34. Oi, I'm roasting already. Okay, book binding cards are really simple. I've already chosen the cardstock, so that's even easier. So we're going to trim it down to 29, like we always do, or like I always do. Then we'll cut it in half. And it's only because someone asked me why. I know we could, the millimeters are marked on our rulers, on our paper trimmers, but it's never accurate if it's a 0.1 or a 0.2 or whatever. So I'd rather go for 29 that I know I can get it absolutely on the mark, especially when there are mats and folds involved other than your basic, and did it very well, did I? Basic fold it in half for a card and have it finished up so I'm happy with it, and 10.5. Now just a little hint, I don't know if any of you've ever realized, but I'm lining it up at 10.5. How you line it up at 10.5 makes a difference, especially if you've got a lot of score lines or a lot of cutting lines to do. If you start off just nudging the right side of the mark, then everything should start there. If it's on the mark, everything should start there. You think it doesn't make much difference, but over 2 or 3 or 4 or sometimes more measurements, especially with mats and folds, it makes a huge difference. Okay, put that aside. And sometimes, you know, you'll do a fun fold and it won't work, and you go, why won't this thing work? That's why. Because we go, oh, yep, that's it, and it's not really. So I'm going to do some scoring. botheration. This is in inches. So didn't convert it. We've got 11.5. Oh, it's 11.5. Duh. There you go. All right, don't worry about me talking to myself. Okay, we are going to take our piece of cardstock for the base, and we are going to score at 1 5/8, which is 2 notches after the 1/2 inch mark, and we're scoring, so cutting blade at the top. Then we're going to score at 3 1/4, just there. I must have twisted it. 3 1/4, 7 1/2, which is up here, and 9 1/8. Can't read my writing, which is there. Okay. Oh, don't cut. Okay. So we are then going to do our DSP. We've got a direction, so we've got to keep it so that our card's going to go that way, so the paper has to go this way, and the inside mats, oh, it's not going to be enough. Oh, should be 4 inches, yeah, okay. So we're going to do 4 by 3 7/8. I'm thinking here, so we'll cut it at 4, and then 3 7/8, which is just before the 4 inches. It's not quite square. Pop that there. We don't need that anymore, I don't think. Then we've got 2 small ones that are 3 7/8 by 1 1/4, so that's 2 1/2 wide. So you do 3 7/8, 3 7/8 by 1 1/4. That really doesn't want to stay on today, does it? 1 1/4. I'm going to keep these, keep these in order so that they flow across the card front. And then we need a big piece that's going to be 3 5/8 this way, which we can do easily, by 4 3/4. Ooh, no, not going to make it. I'll think on that one. Right. Then we've got some folding and scoring to do, folding and burnishing to do. So I'm going to take the card backs. We are going to fold on our, this is very different to the way I do mine. Okay, ignore that first one. I don't like this. We are going to score at 14 1/2. Those score lines will be covered up. Don't worry about it. We'll hide them in DSP. This is not how I, and then that really doesn't want to stain today. And then I want to make it So that's, I'll do it down to 12.5, like so. I'm pretty sure is how I did it. Oh gosh, fold it in half. And that fold line there could probably be a bit bigger. What's that? We scored at 12 and a half. Sorry, 12 and a half. Make it 12. Let's try it at 12. See if I like it better at 12. I just love the way I change things. I will just do that so that goes like that. Okay. That goes like that. That's what I wanted. I'm going to stick that. Then that goes. Oh no, I've really mucked this up, haven't I? I'm going to do this my way and not the way I've got the instructions written out here. Okie dokie. So that's our bookbinding card. I'm going to stick it down because I'm not going to put anything under it. Stick the, this makes the spine of your book. Fold it over, just like so. All right. Then we want some mats. I have some green cardstock here. This was 3 centimeters wide. Where did mine? 2.5 centimeters wide. Okay, 2.5 centimeters wide. So let's do it at 2 centimeters. And that's about the right length. Let's do 2 centimeters. We'll do 2 centimeters there. And this one will be little. There we go. And that is 10.5, so let's make that can be 10. There we go. No idea why those instructions were so wobbly, which means this panel here let's stick this down. Going on the fly here. So I'm creating as I'm talking to you. Drop the glue all over the way. Straighten it up so it looks like it's even. Yep. Okay. So let's run the ruler. We are going to measure. So that's going to be 12. So we do 11.5 by 10. 11.5. 10. So choosing that can go there. Just like that. We could, if we wanted to, run that through an embossing folder. Add a bit of texture to it. But today I'm really just going to do this. Now, today's the last day of the free shipping offer too on orders over $65 for anyone that's interested. Then we can take that and we can cut that down to 9.5. That right? 9.5 by 11. Yep. 9.5 by 11. And I'm going to take it off this side. A bit of a pair there anyway. So there's that 9.5 by 11. That can go on the front. Just like so. Just like that. Do I want a little skinny bit for there? So that needs to be 9.5. It almost is. Almost is. By, that's 1, isn't it? Is that 1 or 2? 2, so let's do 1.5. This is where I need. Just like that. Just like that. Do with a sliver. A sliver. I'll say it. Off. So I'm just going to line it up so that it's just on the other side of the channel. So it just takes just that teeny tiny sliver, goodness me. It's been one of those mornings. And because it wiggles, I'm just going to do that. See, it's teeny tiny bit. And that gives me, I like that better. To me, it's more even. So we'll do that. And do that. So center it up. It's easy to center it because we can just line it up with the top and bottom of that piece. Right. Now, for the inside, these are going to be slightly different measurements, so they're not. They're going to be exactly the same. We will do a green mat, and it will measure 10 by 11.5. 10 by 12. Yep, 10 by 12. Okay. So we do 12 for this. It is going to go like so. Just, no, I'll take another half off it. 10 by 11.5. The whole area is 10 by 12. There we go. Beautiful. Hey, okay. I saw a really fun scrappy card this morning that we might try next week to use up some of the scraps that we've got in the scrap bin, wherever it is down here. Use some of these pieces to see what they look like. And this new, it was still a scrappy card, but it was just a different type of scrappy, just a different way of putting it together, and I thought it was rather nice. Okay, now what we want to do is make the bit that goes in there. Now this is where I think my measurements are right. That's square. That needs to be about 5.5 by 5.5. And we've used all that. Have I got another piece of this in my other packet? Should I look and see? Because I really want it to match, but it doesn't really have to, I suppose. Okay, I'm cheating. How's that? I have another packet of Painterly Pears because I really like it, and it's going a last chance. So I'm going to cut, and this is directional, I'm going to cut a piece out of this piece. So we might, at the end of the month, use more than a packet. Good, isn't it? Okay, where's my paper trimmer? Where's my paper trimmer? Just had it. Oh, it's right in front of me. Goodness me. Oi. Okay, so what did I say? 5.5 by 5.5. Although, let's try that. So it's directional. There. I'm just going to make sure the right side, set outside, yep, 5.5. And I'll pop my paper in, bring it down again to the 5.5 mark and see if I got it right. Almost. Got a fab off. I love that we can do this with our paper trimmer. This one, I don't want to ding the corner because for this piece, the corner is important. There we go. Okay, that back over there so I don't use more of it. Now, put this down here. We have this. So it's going to go in here. What we're going to do is we're going to fold it on the diagonal. Try and get nice pointy corners. Nice pointy corners. There we go. Then we're going to fold it again. Check the corners. Nice pointy corners. Manipulate it if you have to get your pointy corners. Right. And this goes, there's a way to fold this, isn't it? This then goes like this. I'm doing this by memory now. And then we fold it. And then we put that in there, that in there, that comes in. Oh, the wrong way. So that goes in like that. Folding is not my forte. Here's the half. Right, that's we fold it in half. Bring that bit over. So I have this problem here. This is a better way to do it, isn't it? I can see so much easier. So that's what we want to do. We are going to pop that. Nope, we've made it too big. It goes that way, doesn't it? It doesn't go that way because it won't open. Because when we open it, it goes that way. So let's trim this down a bit. Easy peasy. Trim it down. I had it at 5.5, so let's try it at 5. Now it's folded, it'll be easy to manipulate. It's big enough. No, now my triangle's going to be off. Now my triangles are going to be off. What happened there? Here we go. I am making my own Maureen. You should know that by now. Just fold it like that. And then fold it. That's right. This half should be right. Oops. and fold that in and make the point. I don't, do you know what? I have more trouble doing these videos than I do anything else. They scare the bejeebers out of me. And that's still, I'm sure that we will just keep playing until we get it right. Trying to remember, I haven't got my the other instructions that I normally follow are on my old laptop, which I do not have got here. Good thing this is going to be covered up, and we'll fold it, and we'll fold it, and we'll push it in. Shows the quality of Stampin' Up DSP, that it's been folded and squished and whatever. And it's still too long. Why is it too long? Only just though. What am I doing wrong? Someone tell me. Because that gets glued to that, and then when it opens, it should be like that. No, but I'm not putting it in. I am putting it in the wrong way. So it should go like that. It can't go like that because it doesn't open. It has to go this way. I give up. Seriously, I give up. You can't even see what I'm doing. Okay. Hello, my name's Kath and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator who has no idea what she is doing today. I'm moving that to there. We are going to start from scratch. I will finish that later tonight when I'm not quite so frazzled. Because boy, am I frazzled. All right. We have this beautiful, clouds. We have this beautiful to use. And we have that and that. Or do we want to use the ugly duckling? No, what's it called? Darling duckling. Or no green. Okay. Let's start again. We'll get there. We've only wasted half an hour. Sorry, folks. I will follow the instructions. Follow the instructions. Let me follow the instructions that I've got written here. 11 and a half. Yep. 5. 8. Okay. It's our card base. We are going to score the card base at 1 5/8. So that's 1 5/8. There's the cutting blade up. 1 5/8. Then we're going to score it at 3 1/4. Slide it through to 3 1/4. Seven and a half. And 9 1/8. 9 and 1. Okay. Oh, goodness me. Right, for the inside, we need a piece that's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and again we've got a directional pattern. So 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Right. do this. 5 3/4 and down. 5 3/4. Flip it over. And we'll do 5 3/4. That should be out. Yeah. And then we need, that's for the explosion. Then we need 5.5 by 3 7/8. This. 3 7/8 by 5.5. And then I need to the back. Then I need white, or basic white, which I know I've got here somewhere. Then I've got some cut. How much does that need to be? It needs to be 5 1/4 by 3 5/8. Sorry, folks. Can't see what I'm doing. I've got it very well set up. 5 1/4. So 3 5/8 goes on there like that. So now I need 2.5 by 2.5. So we'll do 5. 2.5 by 2.5 is 5 inches. It's not going to work, is it? Botheration. 2.5. Let's do 2.5. That gives me a piece of white left for sentiment. By 2.5. I have to go and put some lights on. It's very dark. By 2.5. 2.5 by 2.5. And you need 4 by 3 7/8 in this. So I'll do 4. Is that the biggest? No. Let's do 3 7/8. Let's do this way. So that's 1. And then we need 3 7/8 by 1 1/4 by 2 of those. So 1 1/4. They should be 3 7/8. Is that right? Yep. Okay, that's those. And then we need 4 3/4 by 3 5/8 in DSP for the front. Where did I put the DSP? Where did I? Oh, here it is, turned over. Okay, so we're going to do that 4 3/4. 4 3/4 by 3 5/8. Over 3/4 there, like so. 3 5/8 there. Step. Some scissors. 3/4 by 3 5/8. And this is a nice little strip to go on the scrap box. Right. Okay. We've done the base scoring. Let's try again. We'll get this. We will get this. I am determined. Right. Score at 1 3/8. Right. So we've got to, I'm following the instructions as they're written here, and let me tell you, I don't know where I got them from, but they are, I can't believe I wrote these, because this isn't quite the way I write anyway. Okay, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we do that on the die opener, like we did, which was right, on a nice point. Do it down here. On a nice point. Do that. We go that way, repeat the other way. Nice. Right. It's so much easier if you fold it in half. That's what these instructions are missing. Because then you can push it, you can see where you're pushing in, and the paper is manipulated to go that way through. There we go. That's it. And that's the way we do our twist and pop cards too. Okay. So that's that done. Right. Okay. So then we have to somehow fold. I do not know how this is supposed to be a bookbinding card base. It's just not. Unless it was like that. Yes, it doesn't line up either. I do not know, but even so, it's too big. Okay, guys, I am unless the measurements just don't line up. Okay. Let me see. This is just ridiculous. No idea how that is supposed to go. I am completely lost. That is not how I make a bookbinding card, an exploding bookbinding card. I'm going to have to figure out where I got those instructions from, because I am giving up on this. Let's go back. Sorry, folks. Let's go back to this one. Or forget the explosion. Let me get some white. Let me get some ribbon. Thinking this stage, I'm just going to put some ribbon around here, tie a pretty bow, just like so. I might even just do a knot because I am better with knots than I am with pretty bows, as we know. Let's just do a knot. Let's trim that off there. And do that. There like that. Okay, do you want to see another little secret? If you have ribbon and you don't want it to slide, if you, I'm just eyeballing it, just a little notch like so in your card, and roughly the same at the bottom, about that, just a little notch, and the ribbon will slip into the notch. I'll show you. The ribbon slips into the notch and it doesn't slide around. See? Slips in like that and it doesn't slide around. There, Amy. And you can tie it off. Did I do that? What did I do? Right over left. Do left. Left over right. And that should give us a granny knot. Manipulate, but it will stay in place. We'll get a glue dot onto that. Right, my glue dots. This one right there. And you can't really do this until you've tied the ribbon so you know where you want it to go. And it should go about there, like so. And twist that like that. And I'm going to cut that. And cut that. I have to sharpen my scissors. Right, that's that bit done. How good is that? At least we've gone somewhere. Donna, I've been making these for a very long time. The exploding book cards. The original one came from Jan B years and years ago. Probably, I don't know, Maureen, how long have we been making cards? 8, 9, 10 years, something like that. And yeah, the measurements, I don't know what I did with the measurements that I wrote down, but they're all crazy, Maureen. I'll have to go back and look at them. But this is how I make my bookbinding cards. Now, for me to make it an exploding card, I would cut a square, fold it like I have here. That's how I fold it. And I usually, like I do for the twist and pop cards, lie it like that. You glue it, and then when you open it, if I can just hold it, it pops up. But I don't know what I've done with those instructions forever. We've been making cards forever. It's been a long time. But the bookbinding card was one of the first fun fold, fancy folds I ever made. And the exploding bookbinding card was the next one. And I've still got the original one somewhere. I kept it because I really loved it. So that's that. Now, let's do a plain mat for the inside. Because you know what's going to happen tomorrow, don't you? 9.5 by 12, 11.5. 11, is that right? 9.5 by 11. Did we get that right? Gosh, it's dark outside now. It's going to rain. Oh, by 11. 9.5 by 11. So I'll move that up to 11. There we go. I am going to, that can go down one side. Like so. Just put some glue on it. And it can go top to bottom. Won't matter. I swear. You have no, you girls have no idea how nervous I get about doing these videos. I do other YouTube videos for other things, not a problem. But these card ones terrify me. Absolutely terrify me. I don't really know why, because I've been making cards forever too. Okay, and I'm just going to trim off. Now I've leveled it, but just left a little border there. I think that looks nice. Pop that in the scrap box. There we go. All right. This can go in here, and I am not sure what occasion I'm going to use it for, so I am not going to stamp on it. But what I will do, because I don't like to stamp once they're glued down, I don't like to stamp on the mats. So I might stamp my sentiment, then use a punch to punch out a shape in white, in basic white, to and just use that. Let's write my message now. Do we have pears to go on the front? And again, I'm not really sure what sentiment I want to put on the front either. Let's see what we've got. We've got these. With those. I really like these little ones. These are so sweet, aren't they? Well, you know what? They're sort of orangey, and these are green. Maybe I will just use the flowers, the blossom, and a shape. And I think we'll use this punch. I've forgotten what it's called. I think I'll use this. If I can get it open. Now I had some white cardstock that wasn't quite. Had holes in it. Where did I put it? Because I don't really want to. It's too narrow. Just though, botheration. I've got white bits everywhere. I saved them. I don't like to waste them. You know, what's this one? And that fit. There we go. That had measurements on the back. Not exactly sure what it is for. No idea. Doesn't really matter. So there you go. All right. Like that. Honestly, videos with me doing videos, it's a bit of a entertainment, I suppose. I'm going to cut out from here. Then cut 2, and I'm going to split it in half that way, so that it can go like so, and like so, and then I will cut it in half that way. Right, but before we do that, I need to stamp it. I don't know what I'm going to stamp it. What's one of the stamps in here? Thank you. Let's just do thank you. I'm always after thank you cards. So let's do that. Oh, no, we could do hello. Hello. Anyone got the new packaging yet for our stamps? What do you think of it? Do you like it? It's an adventure. Oh, Evelyn. Wayne told me that not long after we got married, which was, coming up 37 years. I had to stop and think, whoops. He said not long after we got married that life with me would never be dull, because he just never knew what was going to happen. Okay. I'm just going to pop that over to this side a little because I'm going to put some flowers on it. There we go. That's old olive ink, by the way. Leave that there to clean it off. Now, I'm going to put some glue along here. I asked for a bottle of art glitter glue for Christmas. May not get here in time, but that's all right. I can cope with that. Just want a little ball, not a really big one, just a little pinch of colour under it. Straighten it up. So, there we go. Where's this piece? Just like this. Sort of even. And then I'll do sort of fits. Just sort of fits like that. Well, it's just a. I didn't think a circle would work with the square. I suppose it would, but you know, just like so. There you go. So it's just got a little bit of a border around it. It's very crooked, but it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't matter what it's like on the back as long as it's all right on the front. Okay, so I'm going to pop it up on some dimensionals, and I will use a few because it's quite a large image piece. Little, do this. Oh, you people are so brave, sticking with me through this chaos that was today. And you know what? I prepare for these videos. I absolutely prepare for them. I was up at 10 to 6 this morning working on this. I was like, never mind. Okay, so we've got to chop some of these. See how these go. Just like that. What do you think? That'll do. Okay. Most of that brown stalk covered up, didn't I? It looks better. Right, or right through. A bit more leaf. Need a bit more leaf. Oh. Okay. Pop these down. Just glue them flat. We've already got dimension with the dimensionals. There like that. We can probably what should I do with those other flowers? Those there. Just stick them down. So let's just put some glue on here. Put those like that. Put that under there like that. Okie dokie. They can sit there. It's wrong because the stalk's going the wrong way, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. There we go. Happier with that. I'm just going to pop that right there, like that. And then I'm going to get some of these really pretty, really pretty, what are they called? Flat, low profile sparkle dots. I really like these. These are some of the nicest embellishments we've had in ages in terms of dots and things. I absolutely love them. And these little yellow ones are perfect centers for these little flowers. Just to add a little bit of bling to them. This one there, yeah. And they're self-sticky, so you don't have to fiddle with them. Okay, lost the lid. Put those to the side for the time being. All right, it's not an exploding book card. It's a book card. You can't find your original one, Maureen? I've got a box with most of my original ones, even the really ugly one-sheet wonder we did that time. I've got still, so I really don't like it. So there you go. That's it. When I've decided what sentiment I will put in there, or I might not even put a message because it's a thank you card. I might just write to you, whoever, thank you for mowing the lawn and weeding my garden. Oh, I'd love that. That could be a Christmas present too. There you go. Simple, not quite what we had planned or what I had planned for today, but I will work on that exploding cup because it's got to work. I wouldn't have kept it if I didn't, if I hadn't tried it. So there you go. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching me. I'm sorry the first half hour was a bit of a schmozzle. Remember, today is the last day for free shipping on orders. I will put the links to my store and everything down below for you. What else is there? Product of the month is just $9 with a $125 order. That's really pretty paper. Tomorrow and Sunday are pre-records because I don't work on the weekends. So I'll see you back alive on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I hope you get some time to craft. See you later.